Hi and welcome. My name is Alex Shee, Managing Consultant within the Offensive Security team here at Netrix. Today, one of my colleagues and lead security consultant, Anthony Maslowski, is going to talk to us a little bit about the difference between fact and fiction within the offensive security realm and how that's represented in media and fictional content today. Let's take a look.
And overall, one of the things that we want to loop back into all of this conversations here is that, a lot of us grew up watching movies like War Games. We've seen The Matrix and we've seen Hackers. Back then, the scenarios that they put in those shows and movies were pretty ridiculous, to be frank. They were definitely not accurate and they were not probable things. However, within the last few years, they've gotten much better. They've gotten significantly better. So for anybody that's watched Mr. Robot, you have the story of Elliot, who works for a company called E Corp, and they perform a lot of hacking activities within this particular television show, which are very accurate. They are using real tools. They are performing real strategies that we've come across in some of our offensive security activities. And likewise, Who Am I, which is a German film, talks about the rise of social hacktivism and things like that. And a lot of the techniques and procedures that they use in their particular scenarios is also incredibly realistic. And we think that that's going to bring a whole new level of folks that are interested in the security community. But we want to stress something that's important about that. They talk about those scenarios, and those of us in the security community know they're not fake. We know that this is possible, and these are things we have to consider. So I got two scenarios here that I wanted to bring up. What if somebody dropped USB keys in the parking lot outside of your office? How many of you would pick up one of these things and plug it into your work computer, right? A lot of folks were probably thinking this day and age, no, why would I do that? That's ridiculous. Unfortunately, we know that that still happens. How about these kinds of drops that are on the right-hand side of the screen? What you see here is from Mr. Robot. Elliot was sneaking into a data center run by eCorp. He took apart one of the AC system controllers that was on the wall and slid a Raspberry Pi drop system behind that so he can get access to the network. How realistic is that? Is that something that's ever really done? We have to really consider these things because, yes, it was in television and it was in the media, but how real is it? The fact of the matter is that these things are absolutely real. As recently as just a few months ago, there was another campaign that was linked to China's military-related groups where they've been dropping USBs outside of government offices in the Philippines. This is a very common way for them to deliver malware to secure government facilities where it's a little hard to get electronics through the front door. And likewise, with the Raspberry Pi system that's on the right-hand side, we saw this story back in 2018 and 2019 about a sysadmin that was working in his data center and discovered a Raspberry Pi randomly plugged into one of the primary switches in the organization. And they were curious, what is it doing? What is it gathering? And here you can see the heading of the story, The Curious Case of the Raspberry Pi on the Network Closet, how we found, analyzed, and caught the culprit of a malicious device on our network. These are real things that happen on a routine basis that we all have to be cognizant about.